another exciting edition of $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Papergoy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And today we've got something really special, a bit of an unboxing video over here. And best of all, you don't have to see me for this entire video because I can't figure out how to work my phone. Picked up some stuff from Heritage Auctions, and we're going to be unveiling it. And the nice thing over here is Mr. Magazine has no idea what I bought. And the crazy thing is, I don't really have any idea what I bought either. And the reason why is if you go on the Heritage website, they are behind. They are saying it's taking up to 3 weeks for them even to get the packages out. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Yes, the post office.
No, for them even to pack it.
No.
For them even to pack it and get it out, they're saying.
Yeah.
So I've forgotten what I bought at this time. Now, one of the things we always try to do on this channel is try to be honest with you. And I've actually prepped these packages somewhat. I've cut some of the tape and all that kind of stuff because as much fun as it might be to watch Mr. Magazine struggle for 15 minutes trying to get the stuff open, really not going to be very good content. But let's take a quick look over here at the packaging. And if you take a look over here, you can see what they're using. They're using, what do you call it? You know what they call that kind of tape?
I call it string tape. Definitely high grade.
It's very, very good tape, and you're going to be amazed when you sit there and you see the way they pack the stuff in here. They do a very, very good job of packing it, which obviously they have to do because you've seen some of the things that they've sold at auction and everything. So why don't we take it away? I did open the top part of that box there, and we shall see what is in this box. So, oh, look at that nice packing material. Hopefully I didn't pay for that.
That's a keeper.
That is a keeper. It's a beautiful thing. And I did cut part of the tape on that there. Are you taking everything out first? Okay. Very good.
Okay.
Anything else in there?
Yeah, the bill.
The bill. Oh, so I can preview and see exactly what I bought. So they taped all four sides, and it's really nice cardboard. Even that piece of cardboard can't be cheap. And then you take a look over here how they pack stuff inside. They bubble wrapped it in there. And that's one thing that I always worry about opening these things is being very, very careful when opening them. Because they pack it so well, you're afraid you're going to cut your item inside because they use so much tape. All right, let us see what we picked up over here. And what I'm going to do as well is tell you what I bought after I see what I bought, and tell you why I bought it, what my thought was. What do we have here?
Well, you tell me. Well, that's pretty cool. Original artwork?
Original artwork.
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn.
Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. And guess who's a big Batman fan? Guess who's just got their birthday present?
Nice. Thank you, Papergoy.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Let's show it again real quick over here. Yep, so that's a Poison Ivy original art and Harley Quinn original art, suitable for framing.
Very cool. Very cool. All right.
And they definitely bubble wrap the heck out of stuff too, which is good and important. Oh, look at that. Using those muscles. Oh my goodness gracious. And that, my friends, is how you pack a CGC book.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay, yep. So pick this up over here. Adventure Comics $4.94. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but Adventure, was a long-running Golden Age title, went into the Silver Age, had a lot of stuff with Legion of Superheroes and that like in it. For a short period of time, it turned into a digest size. Now, this is a 9.6 grade, which I thought was a high grade. And a lot of people probably don't have the digest one in their collections just because they're tough to store, etc., etc. Well, that is actually one of the nice things about the CGC is it's the same size as regular CGC, so it'll fit nicely into your collection. And this will be listed soon, or is listed on eBay, depending upon when this video posts. So we got that over there. And I think there was one other thing in that other... And again, these are nice pieces of cardboard. They definitely do a very good job in packing. I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever about that. I cannot imagine they get a lot of complaints. You should pay your packers to pack like this for every item.
Sure.
Those are some nice envelopes too. I got to figure out where to get. Oh my goodness gracious! Look at those envelopes. What do we have here? Oh, there we go. So a couple of different, a little hard to see there with the thing. A couple of different original art pieces, comic strips from the 1930s, I believe. And my thought on that over there is, I mean, they're one of a kind. They're original art. Oh, and they're on the back. Oh, this is actually really, really nice. I guess I got to keep it this way. They had a lot of, well, these are the Hillbilly Boys is what they're called. And this is original art for a calendar. So it's a calendar topper original art. It's got the little write up down here on the bottom like that. They appeared in a lot of different magazines. I remember seeing them in an Esquire magazine as well. So I figured with the original art, you know, it's one of a kind, just a nice little piece. I paid some for it, but I think it's worth quite a bit more than what I paid for if you market it properly. So I'm kind of turning more towards some of the original art stuff because again, that's one of a kind stuff. Pretty neat stuff over there. Any thoughts on what I picked up there?
Very cool, impressive. I like it. Yeah. Anything original art, you can't go wrong with it. Someone's gonna want it at some point. So.
And the nice thing about that is you can kind of name your price on it. As far as that goes, just because, again, it's a one-of-a-kind item. And if somebody over there likes what it is, likes what it's about, they're definitely gonna pay up for it. And
box number 2.
You know, like that priceless Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy.
Absolutely. Well, this one's much easier.
Got some nice cardboard in there, though. You got the receipt in there.
Is it just one item?
Read on the receipt, that'll tell you how many items there are. And they do a nice job of telling you how many things there are. Is it 3 things it looks like?
Yeah.
Okay. So now the fun, and this is always the fun too, trying to figure out where they pack stuff at. It is nice though, they do give you the little sticker on there as well. Items enclosed. I'm not thinking that's going to get folded too easily there at the post office. The post office has to work overtime in order to wreck that. Now I would say that at the typical auction for Heritage, I probably put in bids on 50 items and I end up winning a couple of items every other auction. It's definitely not something, unless you're really willing to step up and pay a lot of money. Definitely, you're going to have a lot of times you just spend not winning anything. But what I try to do is go through, pick out a couple of items that I see that I think are going to have value. And then I put lowball offers on a lot of other things just in case. And occasionally you will win something. Everybody else is asleep at the wheel. The funny thing about it is a lot of times I will bid what I'm bidding on the item and I think I'm going really, really high on it. And then all of a sudden I look and I was like a third of the price it went for.
All right, some more artwork.
So what do we have over here? All right, let's take a quick look. That's nice. And another quick thing that is nice about it is they do a pretty good job of describing what it is. So if you do win things off them, print off the description because then you can use it. Like they'll tell you exactly what kind of, it's not paper, but what kind of material it was done on, how they did it, et cetera, et cetera. So you'll be able to list off of what they tell you if you're not an expert in it, which I'm definitely not. And what else do we have here? Oh, that one I think I got a really good deal on. 2 Superman comic strips, original art for Superman comic strips, and that's Clark Kent over there. That one I think I got a good deal on. I think I would do fairly well on that over there.
Nice.
And I think there's one other item in there. Yeah, and this is one thing here that I bought. It's from the 90s, but again, it's original art. But my thought is elephant. There's got to be people out there that collect elephants. So if I market this properly, I think it'll go very well. The artist's name is down at the bottom, Ralph Stark, Rogue, signed by him, et cetera, et cetera. 1992 was when he did it. But we're going to take a couple of nice pictures of that and get that listed as well. Caught my eye just because it is elephants, and I do know there are a lot of elephant collectors out there. So I will market it and should do fairly well on that. Any last thoughts on the stuff we got here?
I'm not an elephant fan or collector, but I am a Superman.
Oh boy, oh boy, and Christmas is coming. So hopefully that helps you a little bit there. Kind of see the nice job they do packing. They definitely spare no expense on the packing. You can buy some interesting things there. Definitely worth looking. They do have currency auctions. They have sports auctions. They have obviously comic auctions, art auctions. I believe they even have wine auctions.
Wow, nice.
All sorts of things like that. So it is an interesting place to go. And another thing that I would suggest for you going is to their auctions, and again, they're online, is even just to take a look, because the trends change a lot in comic books, as you're aware.
Sure, yeah.
And they're not going to be putting up garbage. I mean, what they'll do a lot of times, if it is some of the lesser stuff, they will lot it together, just as a way to get rid of it. Right. But you'll sit there and you'll see it and you'll say, I didn't know that was a good issue. I didn't know that was a good issue type deal. So it's just amazing the things they find. Good for research. And if any of this stuff catches your fancy, it'll be up on Papergoy sometime soon. See you next video.
Take care.
Papergoy here with a quick little addendum. As you saw in the video, I did give those 2 Batman pieces to Mr. Magazine for his birthday. And that was completely legit. He had no idea whatsoever that I had purchased it. But a quick little business tip for you. I do have a sales tax number on file with Heritage. I purchased those items. I did not pay sales tax on them. However, because they're not for resale, I have to pay use tax on them. So make sure that you do that. I also did not take those as an expense against my business because they are not a business expense. They are a gift to somebody. So what I did is I have my receipt. I subtract the amount off for those 2 items. And then I also keep track of what I paid for those 2 items. And then when I file my sales tax, I add that in as a use tax. So I am actually paying the sales tax on it. The reason why I did this, well, number one is to be legal. But the other reason is so that I don't have 2 different accounts with Heritage, and remember which one to log into, which one to log out, etc., etc. Just a lot easier having one account. But do make sure that you pay the proper taxes on things, because if I did not pay the use tax on that, I am actually breaking the law and could be in trouble if I am ever audited. So that's a little tip to you. Make sure that you pay the proper taxes on things. Especially if you're putting a video out about it. No reason to get yourself in trouble for something or other silly like that. So I did want to let you know, though, that is what I did there, and make sure that you follow the laws within your state as well. See you next video.
Wanna be